led by as many as 25. They'll win by 20. Giannis Antetokounmpo with another finals gem. And this series is now 2-1.
Fuck! What's up, friends? It's my guy knows a guy, and it's time for Game 4 of the NBA Finals, Suns, Bucks, and I'm back with some picks and predictions. I was pretty much on the sidelines for Game 3. I sprinkled the Suns money line. I also had some money on Deandre Ayton over 15.5. He did that pretty easily. I just want to say that a lot of you that are watching are not subscribed to the channel. If you can take a second to subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate that. The line for this game is currently Bucks minus 4.5, and the total is 220.5. I actually can't wait for this game. It's been a bit of a dry spell with high-level sporting events over the last couple of days. When it comes to futures bets, I'm locked in because of the Phoenix Suns to win the title prediction. Also, I took the Bucks plus 360 to win the series after Game 1. So no matter the outcome, I'll make some money one way or the other. But there's still a big game to predict, and it's Game 4. Let's just call it what it is. In Game 3, Giannis Antetokounmpo destroyed the Suns. They did not have an answer for him. Back-to-back 40-point games. He was a wrecking ball, like I said. It's just that when you add the atmosphere of the home crowd of the Milwaukee Bucks, you combine that with such a dominant, potent force in Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Phoenix Suns are coming off a very subpar shooting performance. We all know about the Scott Foster game. We saw it. I don't really think he had a huge impact in that particular game because the Suns were fouling Giannis a lot in the game. But Giannis did have more free throw attempts than the entire Suns team. I think this game's going to come down to 3 or 4 factors because there are a couple of conflicting trends in this big Game 4. It's going to be really interesting to see where the money comes in. One major thing to look at is the balance of minutes between Deandre Ayton and Giannis when the two are on the floor at the same time. The Bucks have been destroying the Suns during the minutes where Ayton comes off of the court. When Giannis is on the court and Ayton is off the court in the series during 27 minutes, the Bucks have a plus 38.5 net rating. And when Ayton is on the court and Giannis is off, which has only been about 19 minutes so far, the Suns have a plus 43.9 rating. Giannis is statistically dominant over Deandre Ayton, but it's really interesting to see the impact and dynamic in this series during the minutes when Ayton is on and off the floor. We saw the hit job on Deandre Ayton in Game 3. We saw he came out, he went crazy. He flew over his point total, and I feel like I got fortunate because he was basically taken out of the game by the officiating crew. Another factor is something that I do not mind saying. Devin Booker has not yet returned to that elite level of form that he showed before he broke his nose. Devin Booker's statistics since he broke his nose have declined offensively. Devin Booker's numbers have declined since Patrick Beverley broke his nose, and you can see the stats right here. Before he broke his nose, during 11 playoff games, he was averaging 29 points per game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 49% from the field and 38% from the three-point line. As you can see in the 8 playoff games since he broke his nose, his scoring production has dipped to 22 points per game, 4 rebounds a game, 3.9 assists per game, and his shooting has dipped to 35.9% from the field. That's a 14% drop. I know that as the playoffs progress, the competition increases. He was playing a bigger sized backcourt in the Clippers. Now he's playing the Bucks, another decent defensive team, but Devin Booker's numbers have noticeably dropped since he broke his nose, and they're going to need him to return to form after the 10-point performance. The next factor for me is Mikal Bridges, who is a role player with the ability to dominate for stretches against big competition during these playoffs. The Suns are 14-5 overall in the playoffs, and Mikal Bridges has been a big reason why. In the 14 wins, he averages 13 points per game. In the 5 losses, he only averages 6.8 points per game. The Phoenix Suns are 10-0 in the playoffs when Mikal Bridges attempts 10 or more field goals. that is a very distinct stat. And I do notice a larger margin of victory for the Suns when Mikal Bridges is effective and a part of the offense. Now, there are a few props that I like in this game. I think PJ Tucker will go over 4.5 rebounds. I think Mikal Bridges will go over 11.5 points. I think Devin Booker will go over 2.5 3-pointers made. When it comes to picking a side on the spread, there are two conflicting factors in this game, in my opinion. The Milwaukee Bucks have covered 5 of their last 6 games at home in these playoffs, but the Phoenix Suns are 18-7 against the spread after a straight up loss. That is a really high percentage at this stage in the season. I think with the body of work minus the period of time where he was injured, Giannis has shown us that he is unstoppable. The only route to victory for the Suns, in my opinion, in this game 4 is to basically ice everyone out. Defensive performance on every player on the Milwaukee Bucks roster not named Giannis Antetokounmpo. I do not foresee him slowing down unless there's a hit job on him by the officiating crew. Giannis appears to be on a mission, and I don't think any particular defensive scheme at this moment will be able to neutralize him individually. They're going to have to attack the Jrue Holidays, the Khris Middletons, and although I'm already locked in with the profits for the outcome of the series, I lean more towards the Suns being good with the 4 points. I'm going to take the Suns +4 in this game 4. It's My Guy Knows a Guy. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, and place your bets on sportx.bet, the #1 decentralized sports exchange, the #1 sports book in crypto.